Most people think that starting a studio requires millions of dollars, a board of directors, and a crazy amount of financial independence before your business even is a thing. But I did it with a fixed credit score, $10,000, and a bunch, and I mean a whole lot of bad decisions. Everything was earned, none of it was pretty. I'm gonna show you the wins, the losses, and the $500 mistake that almost ended the whole entire thing before it even began. What? This is the real cost of building Life Afterlife. The funding. Starting off, where did all this damn money come from? Where did $10,000 come from? How did little old me get my hands on $10,000? Well, you would think that it would be like some type of divine story, like, I might have won some type of lottery, or, I might have came in touch with somebody who can just give away $10,000 at the drop of a hat, or, did I grind my ass off? And you would be half right. Yeah, you'll be half right on that. So I spent the better part of a year grinding just to get my credit up. It wasn't like I had bad credit or anything. I really didn't have any credit. I had to get my credit established. And I went through a whole lot just trying to learn that. I never really been somebody who had to worry about things like this, So getting into the world of entrepreneurship and starting a business, I had to know about credit before I even took my ass talking about I want some money. Okay, that's that. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm putting down? From putting my phone bill in my name to getting all of the subscriptions from my family and paying for those myself. I got Disney Plus. Like what? Disney Plus. Shout out to Disney Plus, man. But yeah, with all that, I was just going crazy for months, and at the end of everything, I still needed my parents' help to get that damn loan from that bank, man. And that's like the reality. That's pretty much the grounded reality of life, pretty much. You're gonna need help in almost everything you do. Yeah, some things that pretty much rely on you yourself to get started with, but especially with businesses and startups, you will need help, bro. And you're gonna need help in things that you thought you handled. I thought I could handle getting my credit up, and then going into the bank, sitting down at that teller, being like, give me 10 bands. I have a 850 credit score. I don't, but I have a perfect credit score. I want 10 bands to start a business. No. No. That's not how that went. Thought it would, but that's not how it went. And that's the reality. With my grown ass, I still needed my parents' help. Love my parents to death, man. Love my parents to death. Last question. What are you most excited to film next?
The film. The film itself. I'm excited for the film.
Yeah.
Which, in fact, we're going to film in this alley.
Perfect setup. Number 3, the wins. The first $1,000. That went into, well, some of it went to, little stuff like getting equipment, getting subscriptions for software and stuff like that. But main first $1,000 went into Life Afterlife trailer, which was the short film that we put out this past January. Go check that out. It's on the channel called LA Trailer. The actress, the cinematographer, BTS cameraman, which was my cousin. Shout out to all 3 of those people. They were much more of a help than what they probably even realized they were. Even though the short film released to a very small, cold audience, still, I had a blast. Everybody had a blast making it. And it turned out really well, in my opinion, for it to be my very first short film. So if you want people to take your world seriously, you have to basically take it seriously yourself first. You have to show them how serious you are. I could have just half-assed it. I could have half-wrote the script. I could have used AI to write the script. I could have filmed it with a smartphone. I could have not gotten a film permit. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I went the long and difficult route, but it was the right route to go. And even though, like I said, it ended up releasing to a small audience as of right now, it really did boost my confidence, and it gave the brand pretty much a heartbeat. it gave the brand what it needed to succeed early. I couldn't have asked it to go any different way. I'm so proud of that. Then came the boring stuff like the website, got a little bit of help with AI from that, the logos, the designs for the merch, which what I'm wearing right now. Designed this one myself, completely myself, designed the beanie, all the other shirts, got a little bit of help with the brand logo from a friend. Pretty much this is the part where if you can do stuff by yourself, you do it. A lot of software stuff, I already got into all that, just boring stuff. Stuff that pretty much moves the business forward, but nobody really needs to know about, so had to handle it, man. Number 4, category 4, the F-ups. Money doesn't buy brains, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna break these down into different little subplots, different little subparts of category 4. Exhibit A, me thinking that unedited talking head videos that I barely put any time and effort into and that only took probably about 30 minutes, the better part of 30 minutes to make, were gonna get me views. Spoiler, they didn't do none of that. Oh, Jesus. Exhibit B, I wrote a 55-page noir comic book script that was unbelievably detailed, needed an unbelievable amount of time to make one single page, and then I took my ass to Upwork thinking that somebody was going to give me exactly what I wanted out of this comic book. Again, spoiler alert, not even 1% of that even happened. I'm gonna get to more of that in a little bit though. Exhibit C, I called the police station 6 times in one day trying to get me a film permit. Now, I kind of put a little asterisk beside this one because I was trying to do the right thing and I was led to the police station. Well, I wasn't led to it, I was told there, I wasn't physically led to the police station. But I called them thinking that I was doing the right thing, trying to get a film permit so I wouldn't be filming in my downtown illegally. That would be illegal to do that. I'm pretty sure the front desk manager knows my middle name by now. So yeah, shout out to her. She was a really nice lady, by the way. And then Exhibit D, I chose the literal coldest night on record to film a short film. I was changing in the car when I remember looking at my phone, it was like around 12:30 a.m. at this point, and I think it said it was like 19 degrees or something like that, 20 degrees, 19, something like that, 18. That was crazy. That was crazy. My actress, she was freezing. She took hers more like a champ to me. I don't do cold good, okay? I don't do cold good. I'm warm-blooded, okay? I'm warm. I don't do the cold good, okay? Like I said, if you want to see more of that, that is in the BTS, the behind the scenes videos of LA Trailer that we already have up on the channel. I don't take these F-ups too seriously outside of learning from them. I think that it's good to fail sometimes. Sometimes if you're doing something wrong, you need to know and you need to figure out why you're doing this. You need to figure out why you're doing it, what's making it wrong, and how to fix it. These F-ups really did teach me a lot, man. They taught me a whole lot, and I'm grateful for them. Category 5, the biggest mistake of them all. My $500 mistake. This is something that almost sunk the whole entire thing before it even began. And it could have, it could have really actually done that. You would think that, $10,000 of 500 out of $10,000 wouldn't be nothing, but it could have ended up being so much worse than that. And it was on a trajectory of going that way. So why did this happen? Like I said, I went to Upwork to find an illustrator, and long story short, a lot of things in his personal life ended up, derailing the process and the process of other freelance gigs that he had to do. He's a gig worker. He can draw, but at the end of the day, he's a gig worker. He's not meant just to work on my stuff by himself, And it hurt because I spent so much time and effort writing a 55-page script only for these 2 pages of the script to even exist, man. This is the only thing that my illustrator was able to do from the entirety of that script that I wrote. And this one really hurt because, like I said, I spent so much time and effort into it, but this was something that I had been thinking about. One of the very first things that I ever wanted out of doing this was, a comic book or a manga, right? I love comic books, I love manga, I love anime, and I wanted one for myself. I wanted to create a lot of stuff like that for myself, IPs for myself. But, this one didn't work out outside of these two little this is memorabilia right here, So shout out to him. There's no hard feelings, but man, this basically was like the equivalent of you having to learn how to walk before you can run. There was no reason why I should have. The very first thing that Life Afterlife was pursuing was a 55-page noir comic book, and then even if it was, not on Upwork. Not on Upwork. I learned a lot from this, man. I learned a whole lot. Will this ever become an idea again? Maybe. Possibly. Does it need to right now? Hell no. The current state of Life After Life, Part 6. We're still alive. We're still here. Hasn't been a year yet, but we're still here. We're still grinding. We are moving forward. No more $500 mistakes. Life After Life is alive. The merch is live. Like I said, I'm wearing one right now. You'll see a lot of the designs appear up on screen right now. Put a whole lot of time and effort into these designs, man. I don't really call myself being able to know how to draw, but I think I've done pretty decent for myself, with some of these designs. A lot of these designs are actually, hand drawn out by me. So, those are good. Those are live on the website right now. The film was a massive success. I thought this was going to be the thing that was going to just turn out, be like the worst. Honestly, the film was pretty much the best. Like I said, that's up on the channel right now, behind the scenes. Shout out to my actress, shout out to my cinematographer, to Cuzzo, everybody who helped with that short film. Thank you so much. And finally, I have found true collaborators to help me with not only the YouTube side of things, shout out to my new editor, but for the comic/manga side of things, okay? My illustrator, we're still in the early stages, but even though we don't have one page right now with the new story, we're still miles ahead of where that last tragedy that's on the floor right now was. Pretty much that's where it belongs, on the floor. If you like to see if I turn this 10K investment into something massive, then hit subscribe, become a legend, become part of the family. It's free. Pretty much the only free process in this whole entire thing. But that's pretty much all I got, y'all. Until we meet again, y'all. Create forever. I'm out.